There is someone right at this moment whose heart is pounding, whose mind can't escape a constant memory. And this someone begged, yes, begged, not just wished, not just dreamed, begged God to find you again, begged desperately, with raw faith, without shame, without masks. This plea, you need to understand, was not made in the superficiality of a fleeting desire. It was made in the silence of a soul that knows the only thing missing to be complete is you. Does it sound familiar? Maybe something inside you has felt this same lack, even if you couldn't put it into words, even if you ignored it for a long time. What you don't know is that the prayers, the tears, the silent despair echoing in this person's heart have already touched the universe, have already shaped destiny. This time, destiny won't fail. You may have strayed, taken different paths, or perhaps let this connection fade away out of fear, pride, or circumstances you felt were beyond your control. But all of this was part of the process. It was part of something bigger that at that moment you couldn't understand. This distance, this pause, this silence, it was all necessary. Every step you took away from this person actually brought you closer to where you were meant to be. You were being prepared, and so was she. You are not hearing this by chance. Destiny is now moving again. The forces you can barely understand are putting everything in place, bringing you back to each other. Don't think it's too late. Don't think chances were wasted. They weren't. Destiny, when it's true, may seem delayed, may seem lost, but it always finds its way back. Time is an illusion. What is meant to be yours will always be. Now, imagine this person. She thought of you every day, even without wanting to admit it, even when life seemed to go on. In the darkest hours, when loneliness was the only companion, your name, your face, the memory of what you lived, of what you could have been, were the only things that filled the void. And this prayer, this silent plea, it was heard. Have you ever felt as if someone, somewhere, was thinking of you so intensely that for a second you felt it too? It's like an invisible flame, burning in a hidden corner of your soul, something you try to ignore, but that never completely disappears. And this flame is burning now, because it belongs to you, and the person who belongs to you never gave up on you. Everything that was lost will be recovered. This time, destiny won't play with your hearts. This time, the encounter will be real, true, without the interruptions that previously prevented it. This time, you will be ready, and nothing, absolutely nothing, will be able to stop this reunion. It's not just a matter of time, it's a matter of truth, of soul, of purpose. You are not here by chance. You are not hearing this without reason. The energy that connects you, the invisible thread that binds your lives, is moving. The universe aligns. God heard the plea. What was impossible now becomes inevitable. It doesn't matter what you've been through, the mistakes you've made, or the detours that seemed insurmountable. What is true always finds its way back. Always. Now take a deep breath and feel. Feel as if this person is by your side. Feel the presence, the energy circulating between you, even if you are still distant. Because distance is just an illusion. Inside you, you know this connection was never broken. It was just dormant, waiting for the right moment to awaken, and that moment has come. Destiny this time won't fail. When someone begs God, it's not for something small. It's for what the soul craves, what the heart desires on such a deep level that even the person themselves may not fully understand it. This prayer comes from a place of vulnerability, of absolute truth, where there are no masks, where pride is undone, and that's exactly how this person asked for you. It was not a casual prayer, something done on impulse or whim. It was a desperate prayer felt in the core of being, with every word carrying the weight of what could no longer be endured. The distance between you. Maybe you don't know, but your absences, your doubts, your mistakes, and even that feeling of loss that has accompanied you for so long, all of this was tied to this invisible bond, the bond that unites you two. You may have tried to move on, may have been distracted by other things, other people, but there was always something missing, wasn't there? That emptiness that arises in the silence of the night, when all external noises calm down and only your thoughts remain. And in that silence, the voice of truth is louder. And the truth is that this person never really left you. And you know what I'm talking about. Maybe until now you've fought against this feeling, pretended you've moved on, that you've forgotten. You may have told yourself so many times that It was better this way, that things took their natural course, but deep down, something inside you never believed it, did it? Because when a connection is true, when it is guided by forces greater than ourselves, it doesn't disappear. It can be muffled for a time, can be hidden behind so many distractions and responsibilities, but it never goes out. This person begged God for destiny to be rewritten, for a new chance to be given, for life to allow your paths to cross again. And you know what? This plea has already been answered. Now it's just a matter of time. But not time in the common sense on the calendar we see advancing every day. I speak of a different time, a divine time, where what is destined to happen has already been decreed, just waiting for the exact moment to manifest in your life. And maybe you feel, maybe right now, something different inside you. A movement, an expectation, an intuition that something is about to change. It's as if every cell in your body is preparing, as if your soul is awakening from a long sleep. Because when two souls are destined to meet, the energy changes. Things around start to align, coincidences start to happen. Signs appear, subtle at first, but increasingly clear. Pay attention to what is happening around you, in the words that come to you, in the dreams you've been having, in sensations that arise out of nowhere. They are not coincidences. They are reminders from the universe that the plea was answered, and when you least expect it, life will put this person back in your path. It may happen in an unexpected way, at a moment when you never imagined it was possible. And that's exactly how destiny works. It surprises, it catches you off guard, but at the same time it makes you feel that everything is as it always should have been. But know one thing. This time, there will be no mistake. This time, destiny won't make you wait any longer. Your time has come. That prayer made in tears with an intensity that few people can understand has already been answered. That heart that sought you so much in thought, that wished for you with an almost supernatural force, will finally be answered. And when your eyes meet again, you will know. There will be no doubts, because what you will feel will be much greater than anything you have experienced before. It will be as if everything finally makes sense, as if every moment of waiting, every mistake, every detour was necessary so that now you are ready for each other. You will be able to perceive this the instant the presence of this person returns to your life, because it will not be just a physical reunion, but a reunion of souls. You will feel as if finally what was lost was found, as if everything you sought in the most varied directions was always there waiting for this moment. And when destiny decides it is the right moment, nothing can prevent it. It doesn't matter what happened before, it doesn't matter the wrong choices, the missed opportunities. When it's meant to be, it simply is. This person is not just anyone, not a fleeting memory that fades over time. It's someone who was marked on your path from the beginning, someone whose presence was never optional. And no matter how much you have drifted apart, no matter how much time and circumstances have separated you, the reunion was inevitable. The force that unites you is greater than any barrier that may have existed. And now, with the plea answered, with God's will in action, this reunion will happen. And you must be wondering, am I prepared? Am I ready for this? The answer, deep down, you already know. Yes, you are. Everything you have lived until now, all the lessons you have learned, the difficulties, the moments of solitude, all of this was preparing you. And also preparing this person. You needed to drift apart to become who you really are. You needed to lose each other to now value this connection in a way that perhaps you weren't capable of before. Destiny has taken a step. Now, it's up to you to be open, receptive, ready for what will come. Because it will come, and it will come with the force of everything you have always been destined to be together. This time there will be no failures, no doubts, because what is yours is coming to meet you, and what is true, what is real, never gets lost. Do you feel this? Feel the movement that is happening inside you and around you? Because destiny doesn't make mistakes. It may delay, it may test your patience, but when it decides to act, it is relentless. And now it is acting. Get ready. The reunion is near. Every little detail, every moment that seemed like a loss, every absence, it was all part of a greater path. And now everything is converging to this moment when you two will be face to face again. It's not the kind of meeting that just happens. It's the one that carries with it the weight of all choices, of all detours, and yet brings the lightness of inevitability. You know that time has brought you here for a reason. This person who begged to find you, who raised their plea to the highest, who in their prayers cried for the chance to have you back, did so with an intensity you may not yet comprehend. It wasn't a selfish desire nor a passing whim. It was a soul's cry, a plea so true it could not be ignored. When two souls are destined, when the bonds that unite them are deep, there is nothing that can silence this call. And that's what happened. The universe, God, the divine forces, they all heard. And now they are working to bring you back to the place where you always should have been, together. There is an invisible force pulling you towards each other, and this force is intensifying. You can feel it in moments of quiet, in thoughts that arise unexpectedly, in dreams that seem so real you can almost touch them. Maybe you haven't given much attention to these signs, but they are there, preparing you, reminding you that something is about to happen. And this person, she is waiting for this moment with the same intensity as you, even if you both haven't fully realized it yet. The wait has been long, but each day with each thought she continued to believe. Believing that somehow you would find each other again, that destiny wouldn't be so cruel as to keep you apart forever. Now, you must ask yourself, how will it be when you finally meet again? Will words be enough to express what each of you felt during this time of distance? Maybe not. Maybe the silence between you two will be more eloquent than any explanation, because there will be no need for words to understand what is happening. When your eyes meet, when you are side by side again, your hearts will know. They will recognize what was lost. They will remember what is essential. This reunion will not be just the reunion of two people. It will be the reunion of two souls that never really got lost. Everything that was lived, all the time of separation, only served to strengthen this bond. And when you finally are together, it will be as if all the time spent apart didn't exist. The love, the connection, the intensity of what you feel for each other will be intact, stronger than ever. You may be wondering how this will be possible. After all, life happens. Time changes people. But there is something that time doesn't touch. What is true, what is deep, what is destined. And that's exactly what you share. A bond that didn't break, even when everything seemed to be falling apart. A bond that resisted time, distance, adversities. Because what unites you is not something that can be destroyed by life's circumstances. It is something that was created on a higher level, a level beyond what we can fully comprehend. Maybe you are feeling a mix of emotions now. Expectation, maybe even a bit of fear. That's normal. After all, this reunion will be something transformative. It will not be just another return to the past, like so many other encounters you have already lived. It will be something completely new, a new opportunity, a new chance to do everything differently, to do everything right this time. Because now you both know what you lost, you know what is at stake, and this time you won't let it slip away. And what about this person? She has also changed. The time away from you transformed her, just as it transformed you. But this transformation was necessary. You needed to drift apart to learn, to grow, to heal the wounds that were open. You needed to live different experiences, to feel the weight of each other's absence, to understand the true value of what you share. Now both are ready for what destiny has in store for you. This person who begged so much to meet you again is no longer the same as before. Just like you, she carries scars, lessons, but also carries a new strength, a clarity about what really matters. And what matters now is that you are ready for this love, for this connection that has always been destined to happen. There will be no more insecurities, no doubts, no fear that may have previously prevented you from living everything you could. Now, the path is clear, and when you are together again, everything will be different. Your look will be deeper, the words more sincere, and the feeling will be overwhelming. It will be as if all the love you have kept during this time of separation can finally be expressed in its fullness, without fears, without barriers, without the limitations that previously existed. You can feel it now, can't you? The expectation, the energy that is moving around you. You know that something big is about to happen, something that will change everything, and you are ready. Even if you haven't realized it yet, Your heart is already open, waiting for this reunion. And when it happens, you will understand that everything you have lived until now was necessary. It was the path you needed to walk to reach this moment, to be ready for each other. Destiny this time won't fail, it is already in motion. And you now just need to allow yourself to feel, to allow yourself to believe that what is coming is real, is true, and is yours by right. There is no more room for doubts, for fears. The only thing left now is to open yourself to what the universe is bringing to you. And what it is bringing is the reunion with the person who begged so much to find you again. Now that you know what destiny is preparing, the decision is in your hands. If this message resonated with you, if somewhere inside you felt that this reunion is closer than you imagine, it's time to prepare. I want to know, have you ever experienced something like this? Have you ever felt that someone somewhere begged to meet you again? Leave your experience in the comments, share what this text brought to your heart, and if you want more messages that speak directly to your soul, that help you understand the forces that move your life and your relationships, subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell so you don't miss anything, and of course, if this content touched you in any way, leave your like. This helps me continue bringing deep and transformative messages to you. Destiny won't fail, and you won't want to miss it when it happens.